What would be your legacy? How will they define you when you die? Will they say, here lies a great man who fought for everything he believed, or here lies a woman who sacrificed for the greater good, or here lies a man who was lazy and made excuses, or here lies a woman who never wanted to do anything? So you define yourself. At the end of the day, you make choices, and choices are what define you. At the end of the day, when you look back at yourself, you will be defined by your choices and your decisions. Every man and every woman will be defined by the choices they make. So understand, don't make poor choices and make excuses, ultimately leading to the fact that you lose. When you're defined by your choices, you realize that you are your decisions. You can't point the finger at your past. It's not about the fact that your father wasn't there if your mother didn't teach you these things. Welcome back to another episode of Empowered Dynasty. Don't let that go over your head. I got a special guest. I'm so excited. This man has meant so much to me growing up. I admired his whole career. I studied him so much. I love his poise. I love his professionalism. I love the way he carries himself. This man is amazing, right? This man is argumentatively one of the best hip-hop groups ever assembled. Straight out of Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to give it to him right now. It's Krayzie Bone. Oh, my God. I'm honored, Krazy.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Listen, bro, man. It's you, bro. It's you, bro. Listen, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Before I even get started, I want to tell you, man, I'm a big fan. Like a really, really big fan. You know, what you guys done musically, man, it can't be recreated. It's just your whole story to get into where you guys are is it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, appreciate that, bro.
You know, before we get started, we want to send a rest in peace to Eazy-E, of course. Yes, So, question: how did you guys even link up with Eazy-E?
We took one-way bus tickets to LA. You know what I'm saying? We took one-way bus tickets out there, man. Just just knowing we had to leave Cleveland if we wanted this, our dream to come true. So we got up and just went out there, and somebody from Cleveland actually gave us the number of Ruthless Records, and we just started calling, and he called us back one day, rapped to him over the phone, and man, the rest is history.
Wow. You want to hear something crazy outside of just Eazy-E? I think argumentatively, your group is the only group that has a record with Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yes, listen, Krazy, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like what you've done for the culture. I had a perm because of you. Let me just tell you the truth, man. You know.
That's great.
Listen, it didn't last long, but I definitely had one, bro.
I hear you.
What inspired you to do music?
Man, just man, all the greats. You know what first started me like doing music was Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? It was Michael Jackson, and then it was my favorite group was New Edition. Wow. You know, and from there, like just all the greats, just coming up here, my father playing like the Isley Brothers and all those old school cats. And then when it was when I got into hip hop, it was some LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? He the one who inspired me to like really start going hard with the hip hop thing. Like wow. It was definitely LL and Big Daddy Kane and all those cats.
You know what it is? Your melodic flow with lyrics and the way you deliver is not normal. Like, where did you get this flow from? Like, I don't think I can even compare you to anybody. Like nobody.
Man, it's just man, I don't know. You know, I think I just figured out how to intertwine the two just in a crazy way. You know what I'm saying? That I be having a hard time understanding it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I just put it together like that. You know, it's a blessing.
Listen, I always get hyped when I hear Mr. Leatherface. I'm like, oh man, man, it's on. Listen, I know the music. When I say I know the music, I'm talking about from East 99 on through. I know the music. You know,
yes,
listen, I'm getting goosebumps talking to you, bro. That's how much I'm a fan, bro. I'm a big fan. big
That's love,
fan,
bro.
man. Listen, there's
Love.
nobody that can say they know music and don't know who Bone Thugs and Harmony is. It's impossible,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
guys put on, man, and you guys put technically before LeBron, you guys put Cleveland on the map. You
Oh
put
yeah,
you put it on the map. You know,
definitely, definitely.
I want to give you your flowers. I just see you guys got honored with a sign in Cleveland on East 99th, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. That was a wonderful thing. Big shout to the city, to the neighborhood, man. That was a wonderful thing for real.
But that was overdue. Let me just call it what it is. That was overdue. Overdue.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know?
sir. And yeah, the community felt the same way for sure.
Yeah, because it's like, come on. We talking about Bone Thugs in Albany. We talking about Cleveland, Ohio. There's no way. I give it to LeBron, but Bone Thugs definitely started it, right? So let me
Oh
ask you,
yeah,
who inspires you today? Like when listening to music, who do you get inspired by today?
man. Man, I still get inspired from like the people who inspire me, and just like like just hearing that just seeing that hip hop is still around, and
Yeah,
seeing what it's been through in all the different eras, and like it still has so much potential. That's the inspiration, and seeing these young cats come out and doing their thing, and just taking it to new levels. And just
yeah.
I like just watching sitting back and just see where hip hop goes. Like the next step it's gonna take.
I'd ask you this question: dead or alive? Five musicians or rappers, entertainers, whatever you want to go with it. Who would you have love to have worked with, whether they're dead or alive? Who would you argumentatively want to love with, or would have loved to have worked with?
Man, Michael Jackson for one.
Yeah, that's a gimme.
What I'm saying? Michael Jackson. Oh man, that's hard. Man, I don't know. I ain't working with yet. Oh yeah, definitely LL Cool J, because I haven't worked with him, and Big Daddy Kane. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I would love to work with them, and yeah, I think that's it. Rakim too. Would love to
Wow.
do a verse with Rakim. Get on the track with him and go bar for bar.
Wow. When you recorded Notorious Thugs, were you in the studio with Biggie?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We was all in the studio with him. Uh, Man, it was actually us, the whole Mo Thug family. It
Wow.
was Junior Mafia. Everybody was in there. Lil C's, Kim was there, Puff was there.
Wow.
We
Wow.
was in there deep. It was a party in there for real.
Listen, those verses, it sounded like it was a competition going on, man. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, iconically, your team has made some crazy strides in hip hop, man. You guys are definitely the pillars and staples of hip hop, man. And there's no way no one could deny that. So looking back to your youth, right? How did you grow up? Like, how was your story?
Man, we grew up in Cleveland, where the music scene wasn't, it wasn't big at all. We had to I used to listen to the college radio stations to stay up on all the new hip hop coming from New York and from the West Coast.
Wow.
So and, um and we had to keep our ear to the streets and like to the radio stations and listen from when they had talent shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And man, every time we heard something that we can get into musically, we was into it. You know, but
Wow.
but that, and like trying to do that along with trying to survive in the conditions we was living in. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And in the state today, what would you say? How is Cleveland today? How is the violence? It's still
Man,
very active.
I mean, with the music, there's a lot of talent out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working with a lot of artists from there. Like trying to shed more light on the city. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's still growing. It's still growing, and and it got a lot of growing to do. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. A lot of investors I talk to, they actually invest a lot of the money in Cleveland as far as rental properties and acquiring assets over there. I hear a lot of people talking about it. How you feel about that yourself?
Man, it's a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a good place to invest right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's definitely on the rise for sure. The
Yeah,
city is
yeah.
definitely on the rise.
Now, I love Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Um, so what would you say overall? You know, what was the hardship for your life as far as outside of just music? Like, what was like some of the hardships you went through yourself personally?
Man, just I mean, man, just growing up in the, you know what I'm saying, in the part of the city we grew up in, like just, how it is in the hood, the
Hmm.
poverty,
Hmm.
just having to overcome all that, like just it was rough, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
to be able to come up out of that, it's just like, it's a blessing.
but you definitely found your calling, man. I got to give you that. You found
Yeah.
your calling.
Oh
Listen,
yeah, definitely.
me and my uncle were just listening to your music while we was when me and you was offline. I was like, wow, like this man was made to do this, man. You know, the way you twist the words and you can hear it, but then it's like, what he say? Then you go like, did he? Then you like, oh my god, it's like, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
how did you get your name, Krayzie Bone?
man, because of the flow, and because of the flow and the style, definitely,
It makes every bit of
definitely.
sense. It makes every
Yeah.
bit of sense. Who, like to this day, like right now, as far as a writer, who do you think is a dope writer as far as a musician? Who do you think is a dope writer?
Man, man, I always think, like somebody who was dope to me was, as far as an MC, a writer, is Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
Wow, Tretch, wow. That caught me off
Yeah,
guard. That caught me off
de-
guard.
definitely, man. Yeah, because he be, you know what I'm saying, like, he be he be getting it in, like, still to this day, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, definitely, like, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So when you expected another project from Krazyie?
Man, I'm working on, actually working on two right now, looking to drop another project probably like end of the year,
Okay.
November, December. Yep.
So what about a group project? Everybody?
Man, I mean, well, I can say we do got several songs we've recorded together. You know what I'm saying? So we may be dropping a single soon. So
Wow, wow.
yeah, just putting something out there.
Totally, everybody?
Yeah, yep,
Wow, 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 wow. I'm excited about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
yes
ain't gonna lie.
indeed,
What about Flesh gonna be on it too?
yes sir.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, I'm talking about I'm a fan. I know who Ken Dog is. Like
Yeah.
I know the music, bro.
Oh
So
yeah,
so I'm like really excited about this. To see the group collective is crazy, man.
yeah, yes
Crazy.
man.
What I want to respect about you guys, even when Flesh got locked up, you guys held this place for him, man, and I commend you as a group for that, man. I was like, wow,
Oh
because you
yeah,
got so big when he went in, right? But
oh
it's
yeah.
what Welcome On is like here, you
Oh
know.
yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's family. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a lot to do with us getting to where we got to. You know what I'm saying? So like, of course that door was gonna be open all day, no doubt.
How did y'all all come together as a collective? Like, how did y'all outside of just the neighborhood? Y'all met in the neighborhood. How did it all
No,
start?
I mean we met in like like junior high school, like seventh grade.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying?
wow.
Yeah. Met went way back in junior high, man, and we've been together ever since.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a dope story, bro. When you see from nothing to something, man. That's I always root for the underdogs. Anybody know me personally? I root for the underdogs because I know how hard it is for us to even reach any levels, right? All the obstacles and all the journeys. To a young guy right now listening to Krazyie, what would you say to him or her, like to inspire them to keep going? What would you say to them?
Man, just I mean, if you really want it, man, I mean that's exactly what you got to do. You got to keep going. You got to be consistent, and you got to be determined to
Wow.
to achieve them goals. For real, you got to get there.
What I don't know if people registered it, but when you said you bought a one-way ticket, you
Yeah,
know, I mean, there was no
definitely.
return. It was like you bought a one-way ticket to California to go meet Easy E. That's crazy.
Yeah. Determined. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So you knew it was either we gonna win or we gonna lose, but it is what we going for it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to try. You got to at least try.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Yeah. As a veteran in hip hop, what would you say is the state of hip hop right now? How would you feel about the state it's in right now?
I mean, man, it's still growing. You know, like hip hop just turned 50. That is a, you know,
Baby.
like to us, you know, 50 is, in life 50 is old, but you
Yeah.
know, like in a genre, that's very young. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I see hip hop still has to mature a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, but I see it like I see it going in many directions. You know, and I'm just sitting back waiting to see what's next.
Same like me. I'm like excited. You know the one thing I love about my generation, and I come from your generation. The one thing I love is we always admired our artists, and we still admire our artists. I feel like the new generation are very fickle. They move on real fast. But again,
Mhm.
they're not. A lot of them aren't putting out the quality of work that you guys were putting out. Your quality of work resonates right from the first of the
Yeah,
month to If I Could Teach the World. Those records are like even Crossroads, bro. Like those records are like I could play them records any day, like any day,
yeah,
any day, because they're so relatable and they mean so much. It's weird on Crossroads. When Wish said he lost his Uncle Charles, I lost my Uncle Charles,
wow,
right around the same time.
oh
So
wow,
it was crazy. It was like he was speaking to my soul. I was like, that's crazy because I lost my Uncle Charles around the same time. So it was like, wow. So when that line meant so much for me at that time, to help me get over that situation, right? You know, and I want to give it to you. You guys helped a lot of people get over a lot of things, bro. You guys, man, y'all amazing, bro.
no, thank you.
Nah, bro, I'm just giving you your flowers because I don't want to do it when you're going. I want to do it while you're here in front of me today, right? That's what my
Oh,
whole podcast is about: is giving love, showing love, uh, telling people how much we appreciate what they've done, right?
yes, indeed, appreciate that.
Listen, so let me ask you: if you can go back to the very very beginning, would you do anything different?
Man, I don't even. That's hard to say. Probably, I mean, probably wouldn't, because you know, who's to say if if you change anything, we'd have had the same success. So
I
you just
agree,
got
100.
just got to take everything as a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. What's in the past in the past. You can't. You know what I'm saying? It's done.
That's it. This I agree with. This I agree with. Are you currently looking for talent?
Yeah, always, man. Always got to ear out for talent. Yes, indeed,
So
definitely.
I'm gonna start sending you some talent, right?
Okay, all day.
Listen, everybody always asks me, they be like, Q, you around so many artists, when you gonna show the love? I'm like, bro, I can't force this man to
Yeah,
believe in what you are. He has to see the vision, right?
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know.
I check it out for sure.
So what currently right now, what is a day like for Krayzie?
Man, I mean, you know, man, it varies. You know, like sometimes I could just be, you know, chill, relax, and some of the days just busy constantly. You know what I'm saying? I just came off of, like doing a whole thing in Cleveland to where I was working every day, and now, I'm back home. I'm still working every day, but it's like it's
Different.
slower. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to the studio, just doing, you know what I'm saying, running little errands, but it varies.
Yeah, yeah. So my question right now is ultimately, what would you want them to say about you as far as your legacy, as far as an artist?
Man, I mean, just versatility, man. You know, an artist that was completely outside the box. You know what I'm saying? In a lane, all by all. You know what I'm saying? By myself. You know what I'm saying? And just yeah, basically that's it.
Just so you know, you guys got me in trouble a lot. I used to play the record Mr. Ouija on repeat, and my mother was like, "What the hell you got on?" And I used to play it on repeat, right?
Yeah, I already know. I already
Right?
know.
Mama used to
That's
get mad
crazy.
as hell at me, bro, because but again, we were so in we felt the connection to you guys coming from nothing to something, man. And to this day, I still feel that connection. I could turn on a record for Bone Thugs right now, a crazy record or a crazy verse right now, and it's like, wow, still
Yeah,
resonate. And it
yeah,
reminds me of everything, the transitioning from a child to an adult, man. Because I definitely grown up with your music, man,
that's
100%.
so.
I
Yes,
mean,
indeed.
listen. We used to pretend like we was Bone Thugs. That's how
Man, so.
But I gotta ask, when the next time you going on tour?
Man, we actually out right now. We, you know what I'm saying? We on these dates doing we on some of these dates with LL Cool J.
Okay.
Out here on the fourth tour with them. You know, we did like one the other night. And then, you know, we always doing dates, man. We go back out, I think, in like a couple of days, going to Detroit, then to Pennsylvania, and all over still.
I need a New York day. When you get a New York day, you gotta let me know. I need to see. I want to visually see it myself, man. Like, you know,
Yeah,
when I was kind of broke growing up, so I couldn't afford it. I could afford the CDs, but I couldn't
yeah,
afford the tickets. Well, now we could afford the tickets, right? So we're gonna
yeah,
relive our
yeah.
childhood.
Yes, indeed. I got you. I got you for sure. I'll let you know.
And I definitely want it. So before we get out of here today, right? To the youth right now, you know, what would you tell them as far as outside of just being inspired? Like, even though things might not be the way they want it right now, what would you tell them, like, to inspire them, to keep them going, to push them, to motivate them?
Man, I mean, you gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect nobody to give you nothing in this life. You have to work for it. And it's always been that way. It ain't just started when y'all came, you know, when y'all trying to do it. It's always been like that. And it's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta work for it, you gotta show and prove, and man, you gotta pay dues. And
Yeah.
it's really it's really the survival of the fittest. So you gotta be educated, you gotta be all that for real.
Like I used to play sports, right? And when we used to come out, we used to be like, hello, hello, Ever J. That's how we used to
Yeah,
come out. What?
yeah,
We used to come out like that,
definitely,
ready to go to war. You know,
definitely.
I tell you, the
Yeah,
Art of War is one of my favorite albums of all time because I feel like it was such a complete body of work, and it touched every factor that I was going through in the moments. And I
yeah.
want to tell you, man, from a fan, you know, keep doing it, don't stop, go for life. You know, and I look forward to the next chapters of your life, man. You got a supporter over here that don't let that go over your head, family for life.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yes indeed.
Hey, I
Much love.
appreciate you so much, my guy.
All right, bro. Thank
You
you.
will talk, all
Much
right?
love. All
All
right
right,
now. Yep.
no doubt. All right. So, guys, as you can see, you know, we Krayzie Bone. We're gonna pull a record, and I'm gonna give you some something that I fell in love with Bone Thugs. And listen, one of my favorite groups of all time, if not my favorite by far, real Krayzie Bone. I want to thank you for coming on to the podcast. Till next time, guys. Don't let that go over your head.